Hello and welcome back to TEChBrits for 2013. This is our very first episode, and what an episode hopefully we have lined up for you.
Yeah, we both hope you enjoyed your holidays and just generally the festive season. And we hope you joined us for obviously our Christmas speech and our roundup of the best tech of 2012. But of course, 2013 is upon us, and what better way to start 2013 than with CES.
Let's start you off with a tiny little quiz.
Okay,
First of all, what would you say is the most adaptable OS that's popping up on a whole variety of devices at the moment, that's currently showing off its gaming prowess?
okay. Android?
Good choice, sir. Now, what would be the most powerful gaming platform in terms of capability?
PC, because of... Yeah, it's not the Xbox, it's not the PS3. Definitely not the Wii. It's PC.
Yes, good choice. I bet that was painful to say as
Shut
well.
up.
Yeah, okay, carrying on quick. And what's, of course, the biggest name in graphics cards?
Oh, actually, Nvidia.
Yes.
Easily.
So what if you could combine all three of those elements into one handheld portable device?
PC-powered Android phone running Nvidia?
Got mixed up somewhere along there, but it's an Android-powered handheld. This is, of course, going head-to-head with the PS Vita. It contains Nvidia's new Tegra 4 chip, which we'll talk about in a sec because it's a beast. And it will be able to run both Android games, which of course are getting mind-blown at the moment by themselves, and stream PC games as well from your PC to this handheld console.
I can't say fair to that. I won't really work for all PC games. There are some PC games which have obviously been designed specifically to work on a PC.
Yeah.
You're talking about your RTS games and, your MMO RPGs and that sort of thing. But for the most part, games that have joystick capable options like Trine and Call of Duty and that sort of thing, it's gonna easily be able to.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the whole point of this is supposed to be more of a console on the go, so it's going to be more console games. And
it's kind of like a Wii U in a weird way.
It's kind of like it's like a love child of a Wii U and an Xbox, because the controller itself is exactly like an Xbox control.
Isn't that what the Nintendo Pro controller looks?
Yeah, might be.
Let's not talk about that. Your face said it all.
Yeah, but no, this thing looks astounding.
I've seen photos of this. This looks really cool.
Yeah, and of course it has a Ultra HD screen, but the biggest thing that's powering this is, of course, the Tegra 4.
Which is the successor to the Tegra 3.
Clever. I like your maths here. Now the Tegra 4 has 72 GPU cores, which is just like mind blowing. Yeah, don't worry.
Sorry, the explosion was
Get some brain splatter down your face. That's one way to spend your evening. And so this equals out to 6 times the power of the predecessor, Tegra 3.
Yep.
And it uses 45% less power. So your devices are essentially going to be near enough 55% more battery efficient. No, sorry, I don't want to make it right. Near enough 50% battery efficient.
Physics is broken in the tech world. How can you make something more powerful yet consume less power?
That much.
Yeah, that much less power as well. And it's not even like 20%. It's like 50% almost.
No. It's crazy. And talking about low power things, obviously Intel were there showing off their 4th generation chips. But they have new low power technology, which is supposed to be also going into their 3rd generation chips, which coincidentally is going into the Surface Pro. So hopefully, if these new 3rd generation chips are going to Surface Pro, then hopefully that will be a lot more battery efficient and will hopefully crush some of those complaints, worries that people are having.
Well, I mean, this is the first time Intel have tried to sort of put their chips into a tablet.
Yeah.
So, the first time since the first times we've done it.
We don't talk. That's why I wanted to skip over that quickly. Yeah.
All right, by skipping over it quickly, let's talk about Qualcomm because we're talking about the Surface Pro. Windows, basically, Microsoft have been the front and center of CES for the past few years, but this is the first year where they haven't been, and Qualcomm instead opened the show with one of the more bizarre keynotes in the world.
I still think I was tripping, to be honest, because I can't get my head around what happened at this conference.
Okay, well, let's get the tech out of the way first of all. We had the Snapdragon 800 and Ultra HD displays, which is like 4 times as big as HD, which was awesome tech-wise.
These chips are quite cool by themselves. I mean, I think they made some quite bold claims. I'm not quite sure it will match the Tegra 4, but they come close.
Okay, but let's talk about the more interesting parts of Qualcomm's keynote.
I was trying to save them a little bit there. I was trying to save them some decent.
Sorry, not going to happen. We had Big Bird, who was showing off Big Bird Words, which is a new game.
That kind of half makes sense at that point.
We had a bloke dressed as a bird talking to Big Bird about Big Bird games.
That would be so bizarre if someone came up to you dressed as you. Like, just even if it wasn't a Sesame Street character. But, yeah. It's almost like you, how much you look like Ted from How I Met Your Mother. Carry on.
We had a gory scene from Blade 2 to show off the Ultra HD.
Which, by the way, Ted, is a fantastic film.
We had an actress from the new Star Trek film who apparently was very bad at acting. We had 3 guys at the very beginning almost doing a Disney musical number. You're doing
Yeah.
and finally, oh no, can't forget Desmond Tutu. He made an appearance. The Dalai Lama made... No, he didn't make an appearance.
I actually genuinely believed you for a brief second there. I skipped you over that.
And finally, Ryan and everyone at home. Balmer came back. Balmer came along and talked about the Surface.
Yeah, let's skip over this.
No, he didn't talk about the Surface actually. Oh, that was almost blasphemy. No, he talked about Windows 8 tablets running with the Snapdragon processor, and of course the Nokia Lumia 920 and the HTC 8X.
Yeah, some cheeky promotion.
So the turtle came back.
Bowser. Yeah, he's just...
No, seriously, if you don't get what I mean by the turtle, have a look at any photo of Steve Ballmer. He looks like a turtle.
Yeah, and literally put him side by side with Bowser from Mario.
He looks like Bowser from Mario.
I would love him to come out dressed like that once, just with just a massive, just like turtle. Liz Curran.
No, he doesn't need the turtle show. He has one. Let's stop before I insult him further.
Even I had to join in on this. Okay, well, let's just carry on with our little Windows news anyway, because of Windows 8 is getting more saturated in the market now. More people are getting used to it, and now the general consensus, a lot of people are quite enjoying it, but they enjoy it with a touch screen.
Yeah.
And personally, I find it fine still with a keyboard and mouse. I don't really have much problem with it, but it is enhanced, obviously, with a touchscreen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, not everyone can afford a brand new touchscreen device. Some people still want to use a laptop they might have bought just like a few months ago. So Targus have seen these people, and they introduced what they're calling the Touch Pen. Now, essentially, this contains a little device which will beam kind of a sensor across your monitor and allow you to use just a touch pen, just to press all your live tiles and do all your touch malarkey.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you've got a Windows 8 laptop that you bought, what, 7 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time. Yeah.
I mean, it works and it does very well. I mean, you use it to edit the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a beast of a machine. I mean, I still don't really have any complaints with it. I probably will upgrade this year.
I think 2013 is going to be the sort of the year of the upgrades for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Fingers crossed, we'll probably talk about that in a minute. But yeah, no, it's really, I mean, obviously it's limited by the fact you can only touch one point, whereas, like, obviously the standard these days is multi-touch. But,
yeah, definitely.
Right, so...
Okay, let's move on to the Griffin PowerDock 5.
So if...
PowerDock Griffin.
If there's whole families of you buying into the devices which brought multi-touch to the masses, Apple families, I'm going to call you, not fanboys.
There's a challenge for any tech. Actually, the tech community. I'm calling you out For 2013, in fact, from today onwards, because if you've already made videos and mentioned it, then you obviously didn't know. From today onwards, I want to set you guys a TEChBrits challenge, which is try not to mention the word fanboys through the whole of 2013.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon's gonna? Who do you reckon will you go ahead with it? Let's see.
Yeah. So for you Apple fanboys, if you've sorry,
starting now.
Yeah. So if you have a whole sort of family, so whether dad has an iPhone, whether mum has an iPad, whether brother has an iPod, if you just have all these different iOS devices in a family, you might want to look into this, because this is the Griffin PowerDock 5, and it will allow you to charge 5 devices at one time in a sleek little unit off of the one PowerPoint. So
I remember a power station type thing. It's a contactless one. But basically, it's like a little dish you put by the door, where you can put keys and stuff in, but you can also like put your phone in it and it'll start charging your phone.
Yeah, they are cool.
And stuff like that. But you know, this PowerDock 5 definitely sounds good. If I had more Apple devices, then then I'd probably buy one. But I don't, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
Speaking of phones, I want to talk to you, Ryan. I have a bone to pick with you.
I knew it was going to come up.
Okay, 2012.
It feels like an intervention.
Yeah, it is an intervention.
Okay.
2012, you were talking a lot about Windows Phone 8.
I was.
A lot about the Lumia 920.
I was.
A lot about the Windows 8X.
I was.
2013 comes along and you decide to jump ship already?
I mean, I've obviously kept my mind open for a long time.
End of 2012, you didn't look like you had your mind open at all. You were
still,
set.
Yeah. Okay, I still was. But the problem is with Windows Phone is, of course, I mean, I'm sure you're aware by now that I'm a massive gamer, and the games aren't on Windows Phone yet. Yeah, I'm even wearing a gaming t-shirt, which is a great game, by the way. But yeah, Windows Phone doesn't have the games yet. I think this year they'll be putting a massive focus on it, of course, with the release of the next Xbox and stuff. I think it will have a massive gaming presence. But yeah, I can't really jump there yet without games. Of course, Android and iOS completely blow them out of the water for that. But at the same time, iOS is just completely stale, and until iOS 7 comes round, I'm not going to want another iPhone. So my only other option, and I'm perfectly happy with it, would be to switch to Android. The problem with Android is, of course, new phones come out every other flipping day, and generally I would be set very much on the Nexus line. I was very impressed by the Nexus 4. A lot of people certainly have, for the price as well, because it's still sold out. So I was literally ready to go to the site and buy one the other night. But at the same time, LTE is something that I probably will want eventually, and just the fact that
you want to be future-proof, essentially.
Yeah, basically, I want a device that's going to last me out for a while. No, I never thought I'd go to Sony, but yeah, the Xperia Z looks. I am a bit hot actually, but the Xperia Z looks fantastic. I'll just quickly. I don't usually say too many specs on this, but I'll shout straight through them.
Okay, I'll hit him if he goes too long.
It's waterproof, quad core, 13 megapixel camera, 1080p screen, and it's iPhone 5 thin.
No, I think we're good.
Close. But
I'm interested in waterproof.
Yes, it can survive.
I haven't seen a waterproof phone since the Nokia that was designed to be waterproof.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to get hands on with this first, because you get like sort of flaps which will cover up the headphone socket and stuff like that.
Oh,
which
I see.
Sounds like tacky,
that
but a lot of people
ugly.
sound like they're quite enjoying it, and I mean, it will last underwater for 30 minutes. It literally.
Wait, after the 30 minutes, it dies.
At their stand, they literally have a robotic arm just dipping it in and out of water all day. But yeah, they came out on stage and said that this is for the people who like to watch a HD video in their bath or whatever. So it sounds pretty cool. It looks nice as well. But I mean, Android. The problem is with that is that the Google X phone. Obviously, Google bought Motorola. The Google X phone should be coming out fairly soon. So.
There's another choice for you.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I want a device with a Tegra 4 in it.
Place your bets. What phone will Ryan get?
Oh, it's gonna. The thing is, as well, is all these events keep happening, like MWC, the Mobile
You're
World
never
Congress.
gonna get a new phone. You're never gonna get a new phone. We'll be sat here,
I think-
old, in wheelchairs. You will still be holding that iPhone 4.
I think by the time MWC is finished, I'll have more of a clearer idea.
Yeah, but then you'll go, ooh, I'm kind of interested if Apple's going to show us iOS 7. Then Apple will show us iOS 6 and 0.5. And
The
you'll
thing
be
is, in the
like,
back of my
okay,
head, I do
fine.
realise that this is happening.
And then you'll go, oh, fine, I'll go with one of the ones that revealed at MWC. And then another event will happen just after the
Because
Apple
I
event.
have been getting more and more excited about iOS 7 now I think about it, because of Forstall to me, and I think that is pretty much why he got kicked out of Apple as well, is that he seemed quite an arrogant sort of person, like good at what he done, but that's what I'm hearing from employees who worked with him, was that he, like, it's good to be sort of motivated, but he was quite sort of arrogant. Whereas I think Ive will listen more, and
Ive seems nice.
yes,
Just
and
generally.
I think he'll listen to the community now and be like, right, a lot of people are fed up with it now, that it's stale, that they want to change. And I think he really will put his own spin, his own thing on it.
I reckon we'll be excited to see iOS 7.
It'll be
In
good.
fact, they might not even call it iOS 7.
No.
They might call it like iVOS.
No, that's arrogance for you.
You wanted to keep the arrogance in there somewhere. Let's talk about the Asus Qube.
Yeah. Now, Google TV isn't something that's really taken off yet.
Which surprises me.
Yeah, it surprises me as well, because it's actually really nice. It's one of the best way to integrate your terrestrial TV with interactive features.
Yes.
But again, I suppose it's really that the devices haven't really been there. Now, there's one that looks promising, called the Asus Qube.
Right.
But it looks ugly as hell. It looks like a boxy box that's been
Taken
chucked
out of the
in
ground.
a furnace and stamped on a few times, and it's weird. And then the remote control, it looks like something you'd have for your old VCR or something like that.
It does look very 90s, the remote. I saw a photo of it and I just kind of went, I'm sorry about that.
It's like, hey, that's what I mean. It's like,
You know what it is?
what's that?
It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for. They're going for the nostalgia factor.
Oh, now I suddenly understand these things. I
And the
suddenly
big
get it.
box is supposed to fit in, you're never supposed to see that box.
No, hide it away, for God's sake. Stick some skins on it.
Hey, how have you got this Google TV? I can't see it. What you could do, here's an idea, you could just take the box and half bury it into the floor. And then you just got a boxing box.
Yeah. But then you're going to ruin your carpet.
Who cares about the carpet? I'd rather have a hole in my carpet than that box in my house.
Alright, maybe we're going a bit too far now.
Alright, let's go on before we offend someone.
But yeah, I mean, it looks alright. Like, it has a cube kind of interface as well, which could look a bit tacky, but it has some promise.
Okay, quickly let's move on before we offend
Okay.
someone. Samsung Smart TV / fridge.
You've blown it, man. I meant to split those two things up.
Why didn't you? Sorry, our notes, Ryan's written Smart TV / fridge. Is it a Smart TV fridge?
Close.
Okay, now I'm
okay.
interested.
Let's just start with the Samsung Smart TV.
Yeah, be quick about it. I want to get onto the fridge.
No, this would be kind of like well, they're like rival to Google TV, which
Yeah.
has obviously some kind of promise considering how big Samsung is in the TV market. Obviously, these things come built in, so you're going to use them. It's not the first time Samsung have released a smart TV. Of course, like just all their previous generations have been rubbish, but now they have quad cores in them. Though apparently they're still slow, even with these quad cores in. They
It's
still seem
Samsung.
to lag
Sorry, that
on
was harsh.
slow. That is a bit. Okay, let's move on to the fridge.
Yay!
I think a couple of episodes ago, we made a joke saying about how Android is moving into every device at the moment. And it could, like, one day end up on your fridge. Well,
Or your microwave? Or your
yeah, Samsung have announced a Android fridge. It's literally a fridge with essentially a tablet on the front of it running Android.
Why?
Yeah. And of course, then you can download like Netflix and stuff, and then you can watch TV on your fridge.
Sorry, that was the highest pitched scream, but a fridge is designed. You open the fridge, you take your milk out, you shut the fridge. You open the fridge, you take your bacon out, you shut the fridge. That's it. That's all you should be doing with your fridge.
The thing is,
you're not going to stand there and do Word documents on your fridge. You know, I feel. Oh, I forgot. I got that meeting. You're not.
I mean, at this point, like it's ridiculous.
It's a tablet on a fridge. I've got a tablet on a fridge.
Well, you can easily just attach your iPad.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, the iPad has a magnet in it.
Touche. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, all its current use for it would be to like display like an Evernote document and just like pick up the milk or whatever, which is going to be expensive to do just that. I mean, eventually, I do think fridges will be a lot more techy. Like, obviously, like in the Microsoft's Home of the Future, you have RF tags on each of the products. So when you put like a product in, then it will register it and like check the dates and everything. So it will let you know when things run out of date as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that they will be becoming like more and more techy.
What if? Here we go, Samsung. Here's a thought for you. What if you had a fridge that the whole fridge outer was a screen, and essentially still use exactly much like the Corning thing. You can still use the fridge as a fridge with your photos of your kids and your videos of your kids because it would all be digitized, and then you could also have like recipes of the stuff that you've got in the fridge, what you could make. That I think would be a much more intuitive sort of Android fridge, as opposed to just use Evernote on your fridge, use Chrome on your fridge. That doesn't to me seem like a necessary addition. That's why I don't think unless you're really, really, really techy and full of money, you would buy an Android powered fridge. Unless it was something that was like, this is just a fridge, a digital fridge that happens to be running Android.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, it seems ridiculous and seems somewhat which is like pointless at this point.
Yeah. I guess it shows potential.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Samsung have shown off something, an update to one of their products, which I'm really looking into.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their Chronos 7 laptop, which may even pull me away from the Surface.
Oh my God. Ryan, are you okay?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
I am feeling a little bit off today. But it's a beautiful design. I mean, originally, Samsung, a lot of people were saying how much it looked like the MacBook Air.
Mm-hmm.
Now the inside still kind of looks like that, but it's just like the simplistic sort of brushed metal kind of keys and everything. So there's little they can change up on that.
Doesn't have brushed metal.
Sorry, not the brushed metal, but the metal. But on the back of this device, they have a black brushed metal. It's Jora something or other, which is like.
I thought you were just trying to say our buddy Jiraga's name.
Shut
up.
But yeah, no, it's like supposed to be 5 times stronger than aluminium, whatever this aircraft material.
Why do you need these things? Like, that's the problem with tech now. They're just chucking things together because they can. You don't need an airplane strength laptop.
I'm not even going to say what I'm about to say. Considering your laptop is smashed up right now.
That's a story for a different day. We'll go on to that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this thing is updated to a full HD 1080p multi-touch screen, up to 16 gigs of RAM, and all with still 11 hours of battery, which is...
That's insane. That bit kind of went, what?
Yeah, again, it's pretty bold.
That must be a massive battery.
But then it's all in a thin, nice little...
No, I mean, the battery's like the whole... If it's a 15-inch laptop and the battery's the whole 15-inch... Obviously, you got your components behind it and stuff, but the battery is the whole thing. That would be,
Yeah, but it's still quite light, quite fit. It's again, you were talking about physics, just how these things happen.
Tech is defying physics. Tech is greater than physics. Yes. That's the slogan for 2013.
Exactly, I hope so.
And I think that's such a good way to end the episode.
I do as well.
Tech is great. I want that on a t-shirt. When we eventually start making t-shirts, that has to be one of them.
Yes.
Tech is greater than physics.
We need to start writing down some of these.
Yeah, we do. Thank you very much for joining us for the very first episode of 2013. We hope you enjoy the year as much as you do 2012. Of course, if you have any thoughts of any of the stories that we've talked about today, including any thoughts you have on CES or beyond, please let us know in the comment section below or on Twitter.
Yes, we really want to encourage some more discussion. This is like your discussion show.
Yeah, we really want to remind you that this is your show, and you can change what you want about it. If you're not liking some parts, we'll take it out. If you want more of other things, we'll put it in, or we'll try and do all those. We can't cater to everyone, of course.
Okay.
And a reminder that if you use the hashtag TEChBrits, today's 36, isn't it? Yeah, today's 36. So hashtag TEChBrits 37 with stories that you want us to talk about next week.
Yes.
Please, we will have a look at them and we'll choose the best ones and we'll include those there.
Yeah.
Or you can just reply us at gadget_right, at GeorgeLim, JORJLIM, and at TEChBrits. I'm just doing our job for both of us.
All in the description.
It's all in the description, exactly. Thank you very much for joining us for the first episode of 2013. And for the first time in 2013, Ryan, you want to do it?
Smile.
Ciao.